Good morning. I hope you and your families are well. The bracha of Yishtabach is a powerful a bracha which concludes our shira that we sing to the Rebbeinu Shalom right before we embark upon our avoda shebelev, our avoda of Tefillah. But the bracha has tremendous depth which could go somewhat unnoticed if a person isn't sensitive to the nuances. First and foremost, we know that this bracha was instituted and first formulated by Shlomo HaMelech. Chazal tell us, the Rakeach quotes this, that Shlomo HaMelech, upon ascending his throne, his Kisei HaMalchus, after building his magnificent throne, Kisei HaMalchus of Shlomo HaMelech, he sings this shir to the Rebbeinu Shalom, the shira of Yishtabach. And in fact, Chazal say that he alludes to his name. Yishtabach, Shimcha is a shin, La'ad is a lamed, Malkeinu is a mem, Hamelech is Hey. Shlomo Hamelech is alluded to right at the beginning of Yishtabach because he in fact formulated it. What is less well known is that there's someone else alluded to at the end of Yishtabach who formulated the ending of Yishtabach. And that is, once again, the Karmonim tell us, Avram Avinu. Kel HaHaidaos begins with an Aleph. Borei Kol HaNeshamos begins with a Beis. Ribon Kol Amasim with a Reish. Haboicher B'shirei Zimra Ahei. And finally, Melech Kelchei HaOlamim Amen. The name of Avram Avinu is alluded to at the end of Yishtabach. What's the connection between Shlomo HaMelech and his ascent to the Malchus of Beis David, and Avram Avinu of all people? And I think that if we think about it, really we see that here is the kernel of the entire Psukei de Zimra. Over here we have encapsulated what we're trying to accomplish with Psukei de Zimra in particular, but really Shira in general. The very word shir in the lashon of Chazal, in the language of Chazal, refers to a circle. If you take a look in the Gemara refers to a certain type of ornament that they would put on an animal, which was a ring. The Gemara refers to it as a shir, because the word shir means a circle. Now, why do we use the word circle to mean song? Because shira is the expression of human beings upon seeing the completion of a circle. When we see something come full circle, that's when we're able to express shira. When the Jews finally come out of Mitzrayim and they witness what they witness on Kriyas Yamsuf, and they see the entire process coming to fruition, the process of Avdos, all the way coming from beginning with Yaakov Avinu's descent to Mitzrayim, and that finally comes full circle as the Rebbeinu Shem takes them out of Mitzrayim, that forces the reaction of Shira. Shira is when things come full circle. And therefore, when we're singing Shira, we are singing both the celebration of when we saw what came for a circle and our celebration of what we see now to be able to connect dots, and also our hope for when we will be able to connect dots in the future. This concept of being able to see the entire picture is expressed between when we connect Avram Avinu and Shlomo HaMelech. Avram Avinu began Yiddishkeit, began the process of making the Rebbeinu Shalom known in the world. That process came to a climax, came to full fruition when Shlomo HaMelech ascends the throne. When the entire world sees Klal Yisrael dwelling in Eretz Yisrael with the Malchus Beis David, Shlomo HaMelech ascending a throne, that's when the dream of Avram Avinu, all the work of Avram Avinu, finally comes to full fruition. That's when we're able to sing a real shira, and we see the entire process come to fruition. The process of the Rebbeinu Shalom becoming known in his world began with Avram Avinu, but reached its climax, its pinnacle, with Shlomo HaMelech. And that's a reason for shira. And Yishtabach encapsulates that process. The process of the Rebbeinu Shalom becoming known to his world. And therefore, at the beginning, we start with Shlomo HaMelech. But we remind ourselves that's just the end of the process. It began all the way long ago with Avram Avinu, and that's why we reference Avram Avinu at the end of Yishtabach. This same process takes place throughout Jewish history, time and time again. And it always takes place with the number 15. If you look at Yishtabach, the Rokeach, right? Yishtabach has 15 praises of the Rebbeinu Shalom, and we constantly see 15 praises of the Rebbeinu Shalom. In Yishtabach, 15 praises of the Rebbeinu Shalom. Shir HaMalos, 15 praises of the Rebbeinu Shalom, 15 Shir HaMalos that David HaMelech composed. 15 steps going up into the Kodesh. Always 15. Birchas Kohanim, guess how many words? 15. How many 15s do we have in Kaddish? Yiskaldo v'Yiskadish. 15 Tishbachos that we sing to the Rebbeinu Shalom. Dayenu, once again, is 15 Dayenus. Why? Because that also is talking about the process of Klal Yisrael ultimately reaching Eretz Yisrael with a Beis HaMikdash. Whenever we want to discuss this process of the Rebbeinu Shalom going from somewhat less well-known or recognizable in the world to full fruition where everyone could see the Malchus of the Rebbeinu Shalom clearly, that process is always a process of 15 steps. And those 15 steps are alluded to with the 15 praises that we encounter in the bracha of Yishtabach. The Kadmonim say this is what's referenced in when we say Ki B'Ka Tzur Olamim. The Shem Ka is 15, a Yud and a Hey. Why? Because Yud, we know, represents the Olam HaEmes. The Olam Haba was Nivra with a Yud. Olam Hazeh, Nivra with a Hey. But when we connect the Olam HaEmes, the Olam Haba, together with Olam Hazeh, we're able to make that connection. You're able to see the Malchus of the Rebbeinu Shalom from the Olam HaEmes permeate, and we're able to see it clearly in Olam Hazeh. That's when you combine the Yud of Olam Haba with the Hey of Olam Hazeh. That's when you have Ki B'Ka Tzur Olamim, Yud and a Hey, 15. So 15 always represents this process of Malchus Hashem becoming clear and recognizable in our world. And that's why Yishtabach, 15 Tishbachos to the Rebbeinu Shalom. Shir HaMalos, 15 praises of the Rebbeinu Shalom. Kaddish, 15 praises of the Rebbeinu Shalom. Always going to Dayenu, 15 praises, thank yous to the Rebbeinu Shalom. Always is discussing, always representative of this process, connecting the Yud of Olam HaEmes together with the Hey of Olam Hazeh. And that's the process of Shira. The process of Shira is making that connection, coming full circle, where we see the Malchus of the Olam HaEmes represented and manifest in Olam Hazeh. That is the process of Shir, and that is the process that took place from Avram Avinu to Shlomo HaMelech, always reoccurring throughout the world, throughout Jewish history, but always in 15 different steps. That is the depth of the bracha of Yishtabach. As we conclude our Shira to the Rebbeinu Shalom, we remind ourselves what Shira truly is. Shira is a recognition of the Rebbeinu Shalom's Malchus, the Rebbeinu Shalom's singularity, the Yichud Hashem, even in our world. That's what we were trying to accomplish through our Pesukei de Zimra, and that's why we conclude it with the 15 Tishbachos to the Rebbeinu Shalom, reminding ourselves how this process first took place between the 15 generations of Avram Avinu to Shlomo HaMelech, and that we hope to be a part in that continual process until ultimately the Rebbeinu Shalom's name and the Rebbeinu Shalom's Malchus is recognized by the entire world. That is the note we finish on as we begin to be prepared for the Birchas Kriya Shema, and Shemona Esrei. I wish you all a good day.